2,500 years ago, travelers from the Chavin civilization in northwestern Peru made the 930-mile voyage to the northern Peruvian coast. Here, they collected dozens of Strombus galeatus, a marine snail native to the region. The Chavin then processed each snail by cutting off the spines, removing the flesh, and polishing the small end for a mouthpiece. The resulting trumpet-like instrument produced a low drone and became known as the Pututu. The great energy expended to produce these instruments highlight just how important they were to the Chavin and other civilizations in the region. One of the most well-known uses of the Pututu is in the Inca Empire, which thrived from 1400 to 1533 CE. The Inca boasted an advanced messaging system consisting of a network of messaging posts and a group of highly trained runners known as the chasqui. The chasqui repeatedly delivered messages by running between two posts, traveling upwards of 250 kilometers per day. With this system, messages could quickly be relayed by a string of runners. The chasqui each carried pututus, which they used to signal their approach to the next post. The strong focused pitch of the pututu was resistant to wind and other environmental interference, making it a superior instrument for outdoor communications and a central part of the Inca political system. The pututu was also central to ancient Peruvian cultures. Throughout ancient Peruvian music, pututus were often layered over rhythmic drum patterns and mixed with a polyphonic texture of ancient flutes and reed instruments. Gods and deities were depicted with pututus in religious rituals, ceremonies, and performances. During ancient political events, the pututu was used to call community meetings and to introduce monarchs. One record even describes the pututu being played during an Inca reenactment of a conquistador battle. In his book Neo-Indians, Jacques Gallinère describes a June event wherein the Inca monarch visited his city of Cuzco, one of the most prominent cities in the empire. Gallinère writes, quote, "In the Plaza de Armas, renamed Ayucaypata for the event, the Inca is applauded by the crowd. He emerges seated on a golden throne carried by dignitaries dressed in brightly colored clothes. The procession is accompanied by the sound of pututu and tinea." End quote. Within a century of the Spanish invasion, conch trumpets had declined and were less prominent in Latin American rituals. However, in recent decades, the pututu has seen a revival, being heavily featured in cultural events and gatherings. The pututu is played annually in Peru at the Inti Raymi, a traditional religious celebration of the Inca sun god Inti. The instruments are also still utilized in political events, including protests and rallies. The pututu was even featured recently at the inaugurations of Peruvian President Alejandro Toledo and Bolivian President Evo Morales. In 2001, a team of students and archaeologists near the Chavin de Huantar temple in eastern Peru discovered a vast stockpile of pututus. They called the collection Galería de las Caracolas, or Gallery of the Conches. Evidence of textile wraps implied that the instruments had been deliberately wrapped and stored with care, and one of the key discoverers inferred that the gallery was used solely for storing the instruments. The pututu has been entwined with ancient Peruvian cultures for millennia. The instrument was prominent in the Inca messaging system, ancient Peruvian cultural life, and continues to be used today at cultural and political events. Furthermore, the long distances traveled and great care taken in storing the instruments illustrate just how important they were to ancient Peruvian cultures. Their continued use today is a testament to the conservation of cultural elements across time.